So, welcome back again to another episode of Breaking the Cycle. I'm here today with
Lupita
and of course Ruben. Today we are here at Bryant Park, right in front of the New York Public Library.
Yes, the public library that many people come to, right? I don't know. I mean, yeah.
And this is not just a library. This is the library. This is where you come and find a lot of cool facts, a lot of old articles, books, a lot of awesome stuff. You have to check it out.
Yeah, and behind it actually is a nice rink. So obviously here's the public library, but if you walk around, there's the ice rink behind it. So if you're in New York or you're part of New York, you already know how this entire place is. And it's pretty cool. Actually, you know, to get here, it was a lot of people because there are a lot of tourists. I don't know how you say it. But anyways, there's a lot of people. So getting through the crowds, it wasn't very pleasing to us. But we're here and we're bringing you another episode, right? And, you know, first we wanted to go into the Karen with Did You Know? And Eloisa with her book review and Miguel and her movie review. So we'll be right back after these short breaks.
Welcome everybody to one more Did You Know? Did you know that the way you word your words in a sentence matters? Politicians pay thousands of dollars every year for people to write their speeches, not because they're lazy to do so, but because the way that they word certain things in a sentence make a big impact, either positively or negatively, to the public that is hearing it. For example, if you say in a sentence that the government had 95% of approval, sounds better than if you say that the government had 5% of disapproval. At the end, they mean the same thing, but for the people that are receiving, it gets perceived in a different manner. So, be careful how you say what you say. El tiempo que eres expuesto a algo influencia si te va a gustar o si no te va a gustar. Muchas de las personas creen que le gusta algo nomás porque así, pero no. Esto es probado por las personas que hacen marketing. El más que te exponen a algo, por más que sea positivo o negativo, más te influenciarán para que te guste esta cosa. Por ejemplo, una música, si la empiezas a escuchar, quizás de principio no te suene bien o no te guste el ritmo, pero lo más que le escuchas, más te va a empezar a gustar y más se te va a quedar grabado. Esto es una táctica usada por muchas compañías de marketing para hacer con que las personas futuramente compren sus productos. Quizás ahorita no quieres comprar los tenis, pero de tanto que los miras, eventualmente te van a venir las ganas de comprar. Eso se llama el Mirror Exposure Effect. Cuanto más lo ves, más lo quieres. E por hablar em traições, vamos falar de dois traidores super famosos. Um deles é Brutus. Você já ouviu a frase "até tu, Brutus"? Pois é, essa frase vem de quando Brutus, sobrinho de César, traiu ele num complô para assassinar o pobre César. Tadinho. Quando ele viu Brutus lá, em meio às pessoas que estavam querendo matar ele, falou: "Pô, até tu, Brutus". Daí veio a frase tão famosa. Um dos maiores traidores da história é Judas, que com um beijo tão carinhoso traiu Jesus por 20 moedas de prata. Traição não é legal, gente, não é legal. Então, por hoje é só. Fiquem ligados e na próxima semana nós voltamos com mais um Você Sabia?
So we're here today with our book review section. We're gonna do two books today. Our first book is gonna be The Hobbit, and I actually really like the movie more than the book because even though they did add things that were not in the book, spoilers, right? That girl, the elf girl Tariel, is not in the book, but she added a lot to the movie, a lot to the storyline to make the movie interesting, of course. The book itself is a bit slow on the action, but it really just explains everything that happened before Frodo gets the ring in The Lord of the Rings. It explains how Bilbo got the ring. So that book is fun. If you want to understand a little bit more of the history of the Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit is a good choice. And the second book is The Fault in Our Stars. Now, that book is it's wonderful. It really is. It's excellent. It has nothing to do with the movie, and unfortunately, the movie's okay. It's fine, but it focuses too much on the romance story between the guy and the girl. And that's not what the book does. The book is focusing more on how people in general treat people that are sick, that have, whether it's a terminal cancer illness or whether it's a disability, a physical disability. They tend to be, those people that have that disability tend to be treated a little differently. You know, people tend to be a little bit more like nicer. They try to act with more pity, but that kind of, that demeans people a little, you know. It's a way of demeaning them, and the book focuses on that, on how the girl does not appreciate that. And then she also talks about how she deals with that illness. So that's what really the book focuses on. And yes, there's a love story to make it nice. And so that's cool. And then John Green is wonderful. He's a great author. He puts a lot of references in the book that make the book very interesting and rich, you know, to read. So you read this book and then you find references on psychology, references on art, on other books. And, you know, if you go on that treasure hunt and you find those references, it's really great. It's a really fun read. It's great. It's wonderful. I really recommend the book before you watch the movie. You'll be able to appreciate the movie more. So those are our book reviews for today. If you have any comments, if you have read any of those books, please leave them below. If you have any book recommendations that you want us to read, that you would like to know what our opinion is, let us know again in the comments, and we'll see you next time.
Well, hello, my name is Miguel. I'm from the FJU here in Queens, and I'm here to give you guys a movie review. The movie is Cloverfield. Cloverfield is based in New York City. It is shot in a found footage format, so if you guys do not like movies shot in that type of format, which is basically handheld and is a first-person point of view, basically, I recommend that you guys do not watch this movie, because then you guys will get a little squeamish. So basically, Cloverfield, let me give you a brief summary. Cloverfield is basically a group of friends who attended a party earlier in the movie, and they have a guy, one of the protagonists, he's going away to Japan because he's the vice president of this company. He's being promoted and he's getting shipped off to Japan. While they're throwing the party, there's this big explosion and they don't know what's going on. The power goes out and the power comes back on. And then some weird things start to happen. The military starts showing up. They start seeing this alien creature, or we wouldn't even know if it's alien. Maybe it came from the Earth. We don't know. So there's a series of events that happen throughout the movie. Some unfortunate, some fortunate, but the entire premise of the movie is one protagonist trying to save another protagonist who's in Midtown. That's pretty much the movie. That's just it. But it's good. Because there's this alien involved, and this alien's coming to crush people. We don't know why. Maybe he came out through water. We don't know. I don't know. But maybe he came from space. I don't know. But I recommend you guys watch this. You know why? Because it's a really good movie. Maybe the first time you don't like it, but if you watch it the second time, I guarantee you will like it. But if you don't like it the second time, you know what's gonna happen? You're not gonna like it, and that's it. That's it. And see, that's my review of this movie, Cloverfield. Thank you. I'm out now, just joking. Thank you guys for having me. It's a privilege to be here.
So welcome back. We're back from all the commercials that we had, the little things. And well, like I said, here is the ice rink that we have in New York. If you are visiting, you know, it'd be pretty cool if you come with your family. And if you're part of New York, why not visit it? We're already getting to Christmas, and you're probably here wondering what you can do during the winter. And it's actually pretty cool. I've never actually ice skated here, but I do want to. I went to the one in Rockefeller. That one is amazing because it has all the flags, it has all the stuff. But we'll get to that one soon. Right now we're talking about Bryant Park. This is one of the many places that people visit. And so we're going to go into the topic now, right? Ruben.
And our topic today is
Disappointment.
disappointment.
All right.
So what is disappointment? Disappointment is when you expect somebody to reach a certain standard, to a certain level, and they don't, what's the word? They do not fulfill, they do not reach the certain standard. So
Yes.
that's when disappointment comes in.
Yeah, it's like a feeling basically. Like you expect something from someone, but then it's like you expected so much from them, but they don't really understand you type of thing. It's a feeling. But anyways, so there are many ways of being disappointed, right? So you have a best friend that lied to you. Your parents probably told you something. Or maybe, since we are getting to the end of the year, you had a goal and you didn't fulfill that goal. There are many ways of being disappointed. Now, we're not gonna tell you, you're not gonna ever be disappointed. You're gonna get disappointed. Why? Because that's basically how life is. From those disappointments, you get to learn from them. You get to grow from them. You get to become, who you are basically. So, our way of telling you, well, actually, I read a verse that goes, happy is the man who is reverent, who is always reverent, and he who hardens his heart will fall into calamity. So what does that mean? If you are reverent, if you don't know what reverent is, don't worry, I Googled it. And it means, being polite, being kind, being nice, being someone, someone that's always there, being a friend, basically. And he who hardens his heart, he falls into his own problems. He who, decides he wants to be or go and take revenge on somebody. He who wants to be somebody that instead of doing something nice, you go and do something bad. You yourself are going to be the one to bring yourself down. So what do we want to say through this verse, this Bible verse, is that, if you don't want to disappoint no one, or if you don't want people to disappoint you, be the type of person that you want to be around. Be the type of person, that doesn't disappoint other people. Treat others the way that you would want to be treated, because I'm pretty sure you don't like being disappointed. Much less do we, right?
Right.
So, anything else?
No, just another thing. Sometimes you expect a lot from other people, and they won't always please you. So have that in mind.
Yeah.
Like Lupita said, we all come to disappointments, whether they're through little things or through big things. Disappointments are always going to be there, and I think it's just part of life.
Yeah,
that is something part of life. I'm not saying you have to, what's it called? Just try to live with it. But
sure.
It's just expect them. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, but that doesn't also mean that because of those disappointments, you're going to let your spirit be brought down. The most important thing is that you're okay with yourself. When you're okay with yourself, it doesn't matter what everybody else says. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you. What matters is that how you feel about yourself. If you're happy with yourself, if you're okay with yourself, that's the most important thing. Be okay with you, yourself, who you want to be, who you want to please, who you want to, be okay with. So that's the main rule, that's the main thing. And another one is, here in the FJU, we came because of the disappointments that we saw in this life, We came because of all the things that we saw around us. And like we were always going to tell you, we're always going to invite you to be part of this FJU, to be part of, this group. Because it's not, there are many things that they say, it's not just a group, it really is a family. You do become someone different. Why? Because you get to learn, you get to grow. From your past, you become somebody better. You become someone much different. So that's the whole topic, disappointments. Don't let the disappointments of this life, your goals, if they didn't come true, don't let it come to you. Right now, you're still alive. You're here. Do the best that you have with what you got. And be someone that you would want to hang out with, like I said. So, be okay with yourself. Right?
That's pretty much it.
Yep. All right, so we'll be right back.
Estamos aquí en la 475 de Exner Street cada domingo a las 1:30.
Donde puedes demostrar tus talentos, actuaciones, bailes y muchos juegos.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up? We're here from FJU. We want to invite you to come in and join us here. This group is going to change your life. We have fun, we have games, but more than anything, we want you to change your life. So if you see the need to change, to be a part of a group, we're inviting you to join us.
We're here in the Bronx, 490 East 138th Street, Brook Avenue. We're here on Sundays together at 12:30. See you soon.
All right, so those are the shout outs from Jamaica and the Bronx. And if you live around them, here in New York, obviously in New York, visit them. Find the locations there and You know, I'm actually part of Jamaica, so if you were there, it's 435 Etna Street. And where can we find you?
Well, I'm in Yonkers, so you can find us at 482 South Broadway, zip code 10705.
That's Yonkers. All right. So apart from all of that, right, the shout outs, there are many, the disappointments, right? Back to the disappointments. And, you know, like we said, all these problems that you see, do not let them get to you. Don't let them, you know, don't replay them in your head. You know, if you get bothered by somebody or somebody makes you sad, makes you upset, makes you just angry about it, don't replay it in your head. You know, try to find something that, you know, lets you forget about that. And if you're in a relationship, you know, try to be okay with yourself. Love yourself first. You know, be okay with you, because when you love yourself, you show, you know, you don't let these little things affect you. You don't let a boyfriend bother you. You don't let your girlfriend affect you any type of way. You know, love you, love yourself first. And, you know, you won't be disappointed with anyone else, because if you know that your conscience is clean, if you know that your mind is just free from everything, that you have no faults. I mean, we're not perfect. I'm not saying we're going to be perfect. But if you're okay with yourself, then, you know, nothing else will bother you. Nothing will affect you. Nothing will get to you, just like, you know, the ways that you see things. And so, you know, another way, you know, we're going to show you is a testimony. You know, this testimony is JJ from New Mexico. So we hope that you enjoy it, and we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Alison and this is
JJ.
And today we're going to be talking about his experience with the Holy Spirit and how his life was before the Holy Spirit. So how was your life before the Holy Spirit?
Make a long story short, before the Holy Spirit, I was just another youth. I was just lost. I was easy to influence, and I was just doing things in order to please people, or just to fit into a group.
And how is it that they had an experience with God? How is it that what did you do to receive the Holy Spirit?
So actually, I received the Holy Spirit during the fast of Daniel. And the thing that I have to do, I have to deny myself, sacrifice, and dedicate myself to the things of God. In other words, I have to, how can I say this? I had to like put in priority the things of God and leave the thing that wasn't that useful for my life.
So you had to sacrifice and deny your flesh in order to receive the Holy Spirit.
Exactly.
And how is your life now? How is it your life after the Holy Spirit? How do you feel now?
Actually, today I'm really happy. I can actually like make decisions based on what's best for me. I don't need to do something for other people, but actually do things for myself. And most importantly, I'm always happy, even though I'm going through like a tough situation. I already know that God's going to take care of it, so I don't even need to worry about the situation.
So you are secure now. So although you go through struggles, but you have that security in yourself that God is going to be with you, right?
Exactly.
And then what do you recommend to others that are probably in the situation where they don't have the Holy Spirit, but they want to receive the Holy Spirit? What is your best advice for them?
The best advice for them is whatever they're doing, they need to ask themselves if it's useful or if it's not useful. If it's not something useful for their life and for themselves, for their relationship with God, they need to put it away. And they just need to like focus on things that are going to be useful for their life.
So in order to receive the Holy Spirit, we would be sacrificed also, right? Because without sacrifice, there's no success.
Definitely. And one best advice I can give is, if it's like a person, like someone or something that like actually like put you away from God, you probably should cut it, even though it's hard, but at the end of the day, you're going to be real blessed.
Okay, so thank you, JJ, and I hope this helps all of you who are trying to receive the Holy Spirit.
So, an advice for you to avoid disappointments. Don't ever expect anything in return when you're doing something for a person. For example, if you do something for your brother, for your sister, for a mom, for your dad, for a friend, for a close relative, you do it because you want, because you have that unconditional love for that person. And do not expect anything in return, because that's the problem. Many people go and do a favor. They do something for this specific person, and they expect something in return. Sometimes they expect them to do something a few days later. They expect them to do something like on the spot. And it doesn't work like that most of the time. Most of the time, it's just you have to do it with unconditional love. And that's a way for you to avoid deceptions. That's a... deception is a word? To avoid deception, all right? Do not also set extreme high standards for people that, you know, that you may doubt, that you may, I don't know. Don't set high standards for others as well. If you expect pretty much the same standards that you pretty much set yourself into.
This Saturday, December 19th, we're going to be having an event called The Opportunity, La Oportunidad. Yeah, so that's going to be at 2 p.m. in Queens. You want to go?
6803 Roosevelt Avenue in Woodside, New York.
Yeah, you can take the 7 train over there on 69th Street, or the M or the R train that leaves you on 65th Street. And you know, I think the title pretty much says it all. The whole name of the event says it all. The opportunity. You know, what path are you going to take? What decision are you going to make that's going to affect you? Good or bad? You know, this event is for everyone, you know, because we all wonder, you know, where are we going to be in a couple of years? Where are we going to be tomorrow? Where are we going to be, you know, where's our life heading, right? And that's, you know, that's a good thing. And we're going to, you know, leave us your comments about what you think, if you went through these type of problems, or if you're still facing it, send us an email. The link, everything's going to appear right here in the bottom, a text message. You know, if you have been through this or you want to tell us your story, you know, send us an email, fjuusa7@gmail.com. We want you to tell your story because, like everybody else, you know, they've been through many disappointments. And apart from that, this Saturday we're going to be having Freedom Empire, sorry. Freedom Empire will be this Saturday at 7 p.m. That's thespeaker.com/FJUSA. And on Sunday at 4 p.m. you have Resilient. That's from our state in Rhode Island. And you know, if you don't know how to listen to them, download the app. That's on Spreaker. Whatever you have, Android, you have iPhone, whatever it is, just download the app. You can make an account, or on our Instagram page, which is Instagram FJU_USA. We have a direct link in our profile. And also Facebook, FJU Estados Unidos has a direct link on it also. So if you want to tune into both of them, that's Saturdays, like I said, at 7 p.m. and Sundays at 4 p.m. So don't miss anything that they say because they have something good to say for you. They have messages, music, you know, it's very entertaining for a whole hour, but it's entertaining. So those are the main things that we have for you guys right now. And, you know, to finish off, you know, this entire episode, we would like to pray for you. Because, you know, without the prayer makes somebody much stronger. If somebody prays for you and we pray for you, you know, you're going to be able to overcome almost anything that you have, any obstacle, any disappointment. I remember that when you put God in first place, when you let Him be part of your life, when you let Him be, you know, there, He won't disappoint you. Everybody around you can, you know, bring something type of sadness to you, but He will make sure that what you feel inside, you know, it'll only be happiness. So, yeah, that's how we'll end today, right?
All right. No problem. My Father, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, in this moment I pray in favor of every single youth that is watching this video. Those youth who are going through deceptions. To this youth that is going through a difficult moment, my Father, a process, and they see no way out. I ask you, my Father, to show them, give them the strength to come out of this situation, to come out from this problem that they're going through. Many youth don't see a solution. They don't see a way out. And due to this reason, they suffer a lot. They suffer deeply. They suffer alone. Because there are moments that they don't have anyone to talk to. They don't have anyone to lean on. So I ask you to reach every single one of these youth in this condition, in this situation, so that you could bring them close to you, so that you could help them, so that you could give them the strength and come out from the situation that they're in. My Father, I want to surrender everything in your hands. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. All right, so we will see you again in the next episode of Breaking the Cycle. This is Ruben, and we are zooming out. Out of here.